Hey everyone, Steve Grogan here, founder of Geek, Wing Chun. Today's video is another in the Focus series where we take one part of the system, whether it's a technique or a theory, and just focus on exploring that. It's not 100% all-inclusive. You might interpret something differently than I do, but we give a good overview here. This week, as the title says, is about Pak Sao. So we're going to get into that as soon as I say to newcomers, hello and welcome. And if you've never been here before, the channel gives free training tips and ideas for people who want to get better at Wing Chun but can't make it to class as much as they like. So if that's you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and you'll know when new videos are out. I will say this is not, I wouldn't call it training tips. I wouldn't even say I'm giving training ideas here. It's not like I'm saying, okay, have your roommate try to give you a shove and see how you react. It's not that kind of a training idea. It's more giving my interpretation of Pak Sao, or the techniques or theories, and then you think about it and see if you agree. So Pak Sao, usually translated as slapping hand or slapping block. It's meant for straight attacks, usually. The reason I say that is because, like, if you watch a video I made, I can't remember when it's scheduled to come out now that I think about it, but there's a video I make about what you do if somebody is standing, like, say, this close to you, and they sucker punch you with a tight hook, and the hook makes connection, right? So I got to put my hand down to show you this, but pretend someone's hooking me here, so their elbow is about in this area, right? So they're hooking me, the energy's going that way, pakta, right? So you can use a pak in certain situations against a hooking attack, but usually it's for straight ones, okay? It's best if you catch the opponent around their elbow, because you never know what people know on the street, right? And if you caught here, maybe because they have some skill, or maybe by sheer luck, if they have momentum, you park them here, and they could keep coming in and hit you with an elbow. And if you Pak Sao them up here, odds are that punch has already hit you. You know, it's important that the Pak Sao doesn't go past your center. It should go not only to the center, but energy should go forward. So it's not like, what I mean is, it's not like a Pak Sao comes here like this kind of energy. No, it's forward. See how my hand's getting bigger? It's because it's coming toward you, right? Doesn't go past the center because it's not a sideways block. Also, obviously, you could, again, if someone was savvy, you could get trapped up. Of course, there are certain moves, certain lineages have in Silam Tao. They have this, and then they recover and palm strike, which is almost like a BUG type of mentality in Silam Tao. But I do know of, well, I know the Long Sheng lineage, or at least the gentleman I'm learning it from, does not have that section in his Silam Tao. It's similar to a boxer's catch or parry, where the boxer, you know, if a jab's coming, granted, if two fighters are in orthodox, in other words, if someone was jabbing at me with their left hand, I wouldn't parry on the inside, because then I might be helping set up their power hit, right? They'll parry it off the backhand, and of course the trade spots, which is kind of Wing Chun-ish, isn't it? I mean, you got this hand's back here, this one's in front, and when they do the catch, they trade spots. So kind of like when we, our infamous chain punch that is supposedly our go-to weapon. It's usually thought of as being for punches aimed at the head, but again, that's rigidly interpreting because it appears in the form like this, you know, when come back after the three in a Silum Tao, come back after the third Pak Sao. Of course, here it's obviously more at my chest, but some lineages here and here. That's just a rigid interpretation. I want to show you something here. Allow me to move the phone/camera. Here's an idea that I've hit upon. I don't know if I ever said it on the channel before, but it's something I wholly believe, and a lot of people who want to stick to tradition will say, no, you're wrong, and that's fine. But usually thought of as being punches up here, so it could be chest or head height, you know. But I think it can be used in any direction myself, because it's kind of like what people say about Wing Chun being a concept-based art, not a technique-based. It's about the intention, not the direction, that defines it. So in other words, well, I can't move the dummy arm, but let's say I Pak Sao'd, let's say somebody did kind of punch me toward the face and I caught it, but then I trapped it down like that. This to me is also a Pak Sao. You might say, no, that's Gum Sao. I don't agree, because Gum Sao, I would be trying to pin someone's arm against them, whereas this is just a parry, which is what Pak Sao is. Like I said, boxers catch, right? So, having said all that, well, there you go. That's our video on Pak Sao. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found something interesting in it, even if you don't agree. And if you do disagree, feel free to voice your disagreement, but in a respectful comment. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and we'll see you in the next video.